Hi, good afternoon. I'm Kanika. This is Times Now Live CBSE exam analysis for Class 10 Science. Let me begin by apologizing for the delay. There were some technical errors. We are trying to solve it. So, without any further delay, I'll welcome Mr. Shashi Bhushan Yadav. He is the PGT for Physics with Vidyagyan Leadership Academy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
This is
So
Sashi
let's
Bhushan
just
Yadav. Yeah,
Let's just quickly start with how was the class and science paper. This is one of the papers which gets a lot of interest with students because science is a very high scoring paper. So let's just start with how was
yeah.
the paper today.
Ma'am, going through this paper, what I feel that this is a balanced paper and completely in accordance with the guidelines that has been provided by the CBSE, whether in the form of sample paper or practice paper, and it touches almost all the aspect of the curriculum as well. So a very balanced question paper this time. Yeah.
Okay. And what about the numericals? Numericals usually are the places where students
Right,
get a
right.
little. How many?
So if we, right. So if we talk about the numericals in physics, they are direct formula based. So
Okay.
there has not been much, like we can say, difficulty in solving that questions. But obviously, in uh, one question at least, the student needs some critical thinking. So that is the
Okay.
application based question. So I would
Okay.
say that this is moderately difficult because it tests the critical thinking of the child to apply the knowledge learned and understanding.
Okay.
Otherwise, the numericals were easy. So I would say that the numericals were moderate. Yeah.
All right. And we also got news that biology this time was a little tricky. So, if you have any
Yeah.
information regarding that.
Yeah, in biology, see, like even if this paper is balanced, what I feel is that there is a paradigm shift in the nature of the paper.
Okay.
Like it is now more inclined toward the competency based questions. So what I feel is this time the CBSE has made this paper little, inclined toward the competency based application and testing the critical thinking of the child. Like even a simple question, like let's say a child says that this is an easy question, maybe for the another child it could have been a little difficult question. So on those terms, we should say that this question paper can be easy for those students who have prepared really well and those whose concepts are thoroughly clear, who have practiced a lot. But yes, obviously, without practice and thorough understanding, it could be little difficult. So that is the situation. And in biology, particularly, it needs critical thinking and application as well. Generally, in biology, questions used to be direct and straightforward, but this time, the questions have been little tweaked. The language has been little modified, so modulation of the language could have played a greater role. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. We would like, sir, could you tell us which set are you discussing and which region is that? Because students
Yeah,
are.
I have gone through set one, ma'am. Right. So I would tell you the code. This is paper code 3161.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
students, whoever is joining, please understand that there are region-wise splits also of question papers. So the questions which we might be discussing may not be available in your question paper. In case you have
Right.
any specific question or a query, we would urge you to please share the exact question that you would want our expert to address right now. Right? Region again, Delhi region would be different, NCR region would be different, and the other parts of India, all over India also, there is a separate paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing, ma'am, like I would like to tell about a question based on solenoid, right? So just let me quickly get to that question.
Okay.
That is a question from physics. Yeah. Just a second, ma'am. Just a second.
Sure. And in the meanwhile, I'll answer for Raj. He is asking it's balanced and difficult both. Raj, Shashi sir just shared that it was a balanced question paper and some students might find
Right.
the language a bit difficult.
Yeah,
I
so
hope
a
that.
question based on solenoid,
Mhm.
the solenoid is a direct topic we can say in NCRT. But then the options has been so made in the MCQ part, like the child may feel little, confused.
Okay.
So that thorough understanding of the pattern of magnetic field inside the solenoid, right? Then diverging from north pole, let's say, and converging to the south pole, that becomes important. So visualization is also important and thorough understanding of that concept. So this is how the questions have been modulated, and this is why I'm saying that it is now more of based on the competency skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how many MCQs were there, Mr. Yadav?
So in total, there were 20 MCQs, ma'am. Total 20, and out of those, let's say it is six from physics. Sorry, four from physics, four
Okay.
MCQs from physics, and then eight from chemistry and eight from biology.
Okay.
And in the sample paper, I would say there's a slight deviation. There were five assertion region questions in total in the sample paper, out of which two are from chemistry, two from biology, and one from physics. But in
Hmm.
this question paper, in board question paper, there is no question from physics in the assertion region. So that is
Okay.
a slight change. Yeah,
Okay. So there were no assertion and reasoning in physics. Is that correct?
yeah,
In this
right.
set, in the set
In
that
the,
we are discussing right
yeah,
now.
yes. So in some other sets or in some
They
other
might.
regions, there could have been a paper. Yeah,
But
right.
usually, it has been noticed over the years that even if there are the sets are different, the kind of pattern remains the same. As in, there would
Yeah,
be 20 MCQs across other sets as well, and there would be the same number of assertion and reasoning and competency based questions across the sets. All
right,
right.
right. What they only do is they simply change the language of the question paper, or simply modify the question. I mean, there is not very your radical change, right? So generally, they change the nature of the question, or they modify that question in the other sets. Otherwise, the pattern remains same. So you are right. Yeah.
Okay. There is a question which is asking for monolithic question. What is a monolithic question? Um,
Would you please, ma'am, let me know the question number or sets?
uh, Whoever has asked this question, please share the set. And ma'am, 31 to 2 was incredibly hard. It was so, Ather has said that. All
Okay,
right.
31 to like, see, ma'am, if I talk about this set that I'm talking about right now, this
Mm-hmm.
3161 code. So question number 31 is based on eye defects. So there's a chapter in human eye and the colorful world, and it asking for the region of myopia. So that has been directly stated in the NCERT, and then with the help of diagram, they have to show how this can be corrected. So this defect can be corrected. So a myopic eye and then correction of this myopia is being asked, and this is directly from the NCERT. So obviously, since it is a diagram-based question, those students who would have not practiced the diagram, for them obviously it will be difficult, and those who would have practiced for them at least this is very easy. So this is a straightforward question from the NCERT. Uh, and then if we talk about 32, so what is a solenoid? Again, as I told you, this is again from NCRT, but yes, it is being asked that how does a solenoid behave as a magnet? So this could be little tricky for the students, because this is the application part, where the critical thinking comes into play. I mean, they have to think. So I think because of this reason, yes, it could have been difficult for few students. Then draw the pattern of magnetic field produced inside it, showing the direction of the magnetic. Now see here also, they have to draw the diagram, right? And
Okay.
while drawing these type of diagrams, they have to keep certain points in mind, like the magnetic fields, they do not intersect with each other. So when drawing the diagram, they have to ensure that thing, so fine tuning is required, and directions also. So depending upon the direction of current, they will have to show that polarity. So obviously, from the student's perspective, it could have been difficult, right? Because these questions, they need thorough understanding, practice, and diagram-based analysis, observation. If I talk about 33, so write the percentage of solar energy captured by the autotrophs. So it is from biology, and then this is again, like not easy, but then not very difficult as well, right? Again, it is based on the conceptual clarity and
Okay.
directly from NCERT as well. So this is why I'm saying that the question paper is quite balanced, right? But then that shift towards that competency and critical thinking has made it a little difficult.
All right. Yeah, that's based on your experience and understanding of
Right.
CBSE marking scheme, as well as the kind of question paper that it is. How much do you think a student can expect? What would be the average score that would be there for this year's paper?
So, ma'am, see, like having experience in correction and then each year going through the result, what I feel is it will be very difficult to predict it because sometimes it varies from region to region, and sometimes also it varies from this set also because
Hmm.
we have generally felt that in my school itself for X student, set one could be easy, but for some Y student, set one could be difficult. So I cannot give you a very clear idea, but yes, this is a scoring question paper.
Okay.
Like if a child has not made silly mistakes, he will get uh, marks as her or his expectations. So this is a
Okay.
good question.
So
Yeah,
we can say that the median value this year can be somewhere around 50 or 60 out of 80 for this theory paper.
we can say that. Yeah.
Okay. So that's a very scoring paper.
Yeah, so above average will be a good word if I use. Yeah,
Okay. Let's
right.
wait. If okay, so we are waiting for any other specific question that students might have regarding paper. I would also like to share with the students that we would be sharing a basic answer key for the sets that are available by evening on our website timesnownews.com/education. You can check the answer key to the question papers; those would be available as well. Also, in case you have any other questions regarding the paper, please share with us. We have okay, so we have students are saying chemistry was not easy.
Right. And because of that region itself, that the application, and
Okay.
then yeah, critical thinking that is being required. So because of that, the students could have felt little. I mean, they could be in difficulty while answering. So going through the question at first instance, it may seem to be easy, right? But then
Okay.
while yeah, writing the answer, it could be a totally different story. So this is why I think the students could have felt little difficulty in answering the questions now.
All right. So I think CBSE is kind of maintaining its statement when it said that they want to move from rote learning to competency based.
Yeah,
And
as you know, NEP 2020. So NEP, National Education Policy, I mean, if we go through that, so that has directly stated that now the education is to be competency based, right? So what I feel that the CBSE is now, slowly and steadily taking those aspects of the NEP. So maybe in years to come, we will see, even a bigger change. But what I feel that obviously radical change they will never try to do. So this is a gradual change, and this may give us a direction for our future examinations, right?
okay, one of the students is asking the question three of set three. What is the
Hmm.
answer? I think question three would be physics.
Is chemistry, and being physics teacher, I'm really so sorry because this will be not a wise decision to answer this question. From physics, if there is any specific, like question, I can try it out. Yeah.
Okay. So could we have the question number three? Which is it?
Yeah,
Dhruva,
it's
could
about,
you?
this is from chemistry. Select the
Okay, it's
appropriate
okay.
state symbols of the product. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
chemistry. All
So
right.
it has
So
been a long time since, I studied chemistry. Being PGD physics, I'm teaching physics for quite a few years.
Sure. Dhruba, we'll have the answer for this question in the article by evening. In case we're really sorry. In case anybody has a specific question from physics, please do ask. We have another minute or so. All right. I think that's about it. So I just would like to thank you again, Mr. Yadav, for joining us today. And I would again like to thank all the students for being a part of the show. In case you have any specific questions or queries, please do. Okay, we have machine work on Fleming right hand rule. Is that
Yeah.
correct, sir?
Uh, just can you please repeat the question?
The student is asking that the machine works on Fleming's right hand rule. Is that correct?
So which machine they are talking about? I will have to see because in my
No, they're asking which machine works on Fleming right hand rule. I'm sorry. That's the
Fleming's
question.
right
Right
hand
hand.
rule. So right hand rule this side this time, like it is not in the syllabus. So AC motor, AC generator. So that is not in the syllabus this time. So I don't think this question has been asked either. Fleming's
Okay.
left hand rule, it is used to find the direction of force when
Okay.
conductor is placed in a magnetic field. So if I get the complete question, I could answer this because AC generator and motor this year they are not in syllabus. That has been deleted. Uh,
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Fair enough. So, in case this question was asked in a set, please share that set and question number with us because Shada sir is saying that the answer is not, I mean, it's not part of the syllabus this time around. All right.
Yeah.
pH
So
scale
yeah.
on pink. I think that would be a chemistry question if I remember my science correctly. pH scale on pink.
So pink. I'm so sorry. Answering this would be not a wise decision for me. Yeah.
Right. All right, Priyanshu,
Uh,
we will have this answer for you by evening for sure. All the students, I'm sorry, this is the only time we have today. We would like to thank you again for joining us. We would like to thank Yadav sir for joining us and taking out some time. The complete answer key for the question paper would be available. Please remember the sets may differ. So we would also have a question paper attached to the article. So please make sure that whenever you are referring to the answer key available shared with us, please also refer to the question paper shared. All
yeah.
right, that's the all the time that we have. I think resistance is a physics question. Yadav sir, one
Yes,
last
ma'am. Yeah,
question.
yes. Yes, yes.
Okay.
Sure,
It
ma'am.
says that if resistance is halved, what will be the heat if everything else is constant?
Yeah, so when resistance is halved, see the current will increase, keeping that voltage constant, right? So it is
Yes.
directly from Ohm's law, V proportional to I. So V equal to R times of I, right? If V is constant, R is halved, so current will become twice.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what would happen with the heat?
And heat will become 4 times because H is equal to I square RT. So there is a square factor in the current, so that will become 4 times.
Okay. All right. I
Right.
hope that helps, Arunay. All right. I'm really sorry. We would have to cut this short now. Every other query, please share with us. You can also go to our Twitter handle and share your questions over there. We'll try to get all the answers as much as possible. Thank you, Mr. Yadav, and thanks everyone. All the best for the remaining exams. Do well. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am, and all the best to the students for the remaining examinations. I would like to say that the question paper will be of this kind only because the question paper will be not very difficult. What it requires is your thorough conceptual clarity of the concept. So I would advise the students to go through their NCRTs very religiously and seriously. If they do the NCRT, sincerely and religiously, that will do the job. Thank you so
Right.
much, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Yadav.